Well, welcome to Croatia, Dubrovnik. My first time in Croatia. Over the next week I'm gonna take you along on this adventure. We're gonna go to Dubrovnik, to Split, and I'm gonna share with you the pros and cons of traveling through the country. We're gonna go kayaking, we're gonna do a boat trip, and today's video was brought to you by Getyourguide. But a bit more about that later. Let's dive in. Right now I'm standing here, guys. I just flew in a couple of days ago from Italy. Gonna be spending here for around a week. Honestly, also, first day I got here, I was a bit disappointed. I'll share with you later on why, but this opinion changed in many ways. But in terms of the scenery, I was blown away. Like, just the moment we drove in, I got out of the bus, I saw the old town. So we're standing here right now on some type of cliff, honestly, a bit edgy, to be fair. And just seeing the old town from here. Down there people are swimming, there are these castles, these forts, this old town with the fortified walls in the back, and you really feel the vibe. From what I know, a large portion of Game of Thrones have also been filmed here, so this is known as King's Landing. So today I want to take you along on a bit of a day in Dubrovnik, a bit of a first impression. Well, so we're walking down the street, guys, just off this cliff that I came out there yesterday in the evening for the first time. I absolutely love it. There is nobody there. That is about to change right now. So we're walking down the main road, and even though when you're on the ground it already looks, you know, very, very much impressive, but what you just have seen is me after taking out the bird, the drone. Ooh, some of my favorite shots of all time already. Croatia, for me it is the last main, like, I think I've visited almost all Balkan countries. So I've been to Albania, I've been to Bosnia, I've been to Serbia, I've been to yeah, Croatia now as well. And that was kind of like the last country that haven't made it in 2020, 2021, when most of the world has been in lockdown. I spent it in the Balkans and I've absolutely loved it, and I haven't gotten around to go to Dubrovnik. So that's gonna be, well, we're gonna do that now. Well guys, so that right here right now is the entrance into the old town, and I have to say it's very different from the rest of the city. I'll show you that later on, but walking in, everything very, very well organized. Okay, so we have made it into the old town. I have to tell you already, I've been to a couple of similar countries nearby. Montenegro, forgot to mention that one, and very similar. It's very, very close. Bosnia, it has Noem, but in terms of the old town, this place is absolutely humongous. And the biggest part about being in such an old town, definitely for me, is just the idea that, you know, 500 years ago, 600 years ago, that's how long this place has been around. You know, there were some guys that were like, hey, we have to protect this place, let's build walls around it, let's construct these beautiful churches, all the details to them, just kind of like the human ingenuity and the pride behind it, and a proper walk through history over here. So this is the main square pretty much, and all around it, as you have seen on the drone shots, there's pretty much walls. So there's also levels a little bit here in Old Town, so we can walk through it. Let's see if we can find the port. Alrighty, so we made it outside of the old town, outside of the walls, unprotected. So here's a bit of a ship port. You see the whole city, you see it's kind of like in layers. And what I read up is that this used to be a maritime port, and they used to compete with Venice. So it was one of the main ports in the whole area. So Dubrovnik and Venice. Venice actually a place where I'm probably gonna be going to in a couple of days. So yeah, just walking through these walls, soaking up the history. In 20 minutes solid walk if you walk more or less straight through the old town. On the other side, get this amazing lookout spot, some people sitting down here. So, beautiful morning walk here in Dubrovnik. So last minute yesterday, I opened up the Getyourguide app and I was like, what is there to do around here? In terms of tours, you know, if you book them in the city, sometimes here it looks fine, but in many places it can be a bit tricky to get the best price, to get a nice tour. And the Getyourguide app, I was quite impressed by it. Let me tell you a little bit about that. So Getyourguide has over 60,000 different tours all over the world, I believe in over 3,600 different cities. So from ticket to top sites, different group tours in the city, and one-of-a-kind experiences with locals. Getyourguide really has a lot of different options on the app or on the website, and especially the whole booking process. I just put it into my phone, chose the tour, put in my details, and then after a minute or so I booked it. What I also really liked is just the fact that I can read real honest reviews of people telling how the tour was, maybe which tour is better than another. And at the end of the day, the pricing is also extremely competitive. And the other very useful thing is they have a 24/7 support, and if you want to cancel, you can do that free of charge 24 hours before the tour. So I think that really makes it a lot easier. So I'll make sure to leave the Getyourguide link in the description. As you can maybe tell, I'm already a little bit tan. That is because I'm already came back from the kayaking tour. We're standing here at my favorite viewpoint. Well, let me take you along on that adventure. So now that is what I call an entrance to the beach, if you will. So this is one of the main entrances into the old town, and downstairs should be, oh yeah, there we go, already seeing the kayak. So let's see where our tour is. 11 a.m. it's 10:55, perfect. Over here, not sure. 11 a.m. kayaking. Name Danny. Alrighty guys, so came in here, checked in, got a nice water bag, and I have to tell you, I've never been that excited to go for kayaking. I like kayaking, not a huge fan, not a nerd, a little bit. But we're looking right now here at the walls of the old town. So this is the main part of the old town. So we're gonna be going all around it. Super pumped, perfect weather. So this tour goes for 30 bucks, and I think it's promising. It's promising. Let's see. Right, so this is the goat juice. We get a nice water, got a banana. This is what you get here, and you know, I'd say it's time. So guys, the one thing I can certainly tell you is it is gonna be a workout. I already feel it. Let's get it, I'm pumped. So 10 minutes in, this is an insane scenery for a little kayak.
Basically because they are the small group, and because
we're doing a stop right now. Kayaking, I think right now you could say around an hour already. So my crew is in there. As you can see, we are climbing up the big rock. There's some dude standing there naked, so I guess it's a bit of a naked beach as well. Let go, guys. Let's wake up. Ready? So guys, got off the kayak. We are walking on the island that is next to Dubrovnik, next to the old town. So it's called Lokrum. And this island, there's nothing on here other than I think 500 peacocks, our tour guide said. Let's get back on the kayak and let's head back to the old town. Seriously, very, very decent workout. Not a light one. 3 hours of kayaking. So there we are, approaching again the Old Town walls. Fantastic tour, amazing workout. It's not too tough, but definitely is gonna get you sweating a bit and also catching a bit of a nice tan at this time of the season. Very nice to have. Okay guys, so right now we are made it up here, quite a couple of levels up. So this is the old town over there, and I think this is a good chance to give you a bit of an idea of how real local Croatian life is looking like. So here is some fairly nice houses, but definitely also very local. Some old men living there, and they all have this view, so this is quite cool. And this is also the thing that I so far noticed about Dubrovnik, which I was very happy about. You arrive, it's one of the most touristy towns you can imagine, in like a neutral way. Like still everything is fairly chill, you know, you can get your tours, but whatever may be. But if you go out just a little bit, it becomes real local Croatian, and you get to feel the place a little bit. People are living their life here. Can I have one Burek?
Burek with cheese or with meat?
This is with meat?
Yes, it's good.
With meat, please. Yeah, one. So after the successful boat, what is it? Kayak, right? Stop by a pekara, which stands for bakery. Got myself a Burek, so some yogurt. And this is a thing I've been eating a lot when I was in the Balkans, in Bosnia, in Serbia, some type they have in Albania as well. So basically, it's like dough, meat inside. Gonna have a snack here a little bit. Enjoy also, I would say, definitely, this view over here. Okay guys, so it was right now, I think, 3 full days in Dubrovnik. I took you with me for a bit of that, share with you the final expressions. So first of all, I really enjoy just the vibe of Croatia, Balkan countries. And the biggest, let's say, thing I was a bit afraid of or almost disappointed when I arrived is I just saw how absolutely busy, flawless, extremely developed the old town is. It's really like a museum. It's not to misunderstand. The old town, there's just a lot of tourists, a lot of Americans, British I saw, definitely from all over the world at the end of the day. And so I was afraid that the whole town is going to be more similar to a big European destination. And this is one of the most popular places, definitely in the world, definitely in Europe. And the old town definitely says it. But if you walk out of it, even just like 15-20 minutes like we are right now, it becomes really real. So back there, beautiful holiday accommodation, Rixus Premium, something like that, 5-star hotel. Here more hotels, and we're standing on the other side, and here's some type of, I would say it's an abandoned church. It's a beautiful building, but at the same time, if you also walk a little bit further out of the city, the way the people look at you, it's not over touristy. It feels very warm. Just, you know, also going to the bakery, the woman that is working there, have a lot of love for the Balkan people. And in terms of prices, I have to say definitely it's not the most affordable place. I would say it's similar to other European destinations, probably a little bit more affordable in the old town, similar, maybe a little bit more affordable. But if you go out, definitely still, you go to the bakery, you get a nice meal for like 3-4 euro. And in terms of accommodation, I'm staying in a pretty simple room for around 50 bucks. So, you know, if you compare to other Balkan countries, Croatia and especially Dubrovnik is probably the most expensive one, while I would still say it's a little bit more affordable than Europe. For me personally, I'm passing through this evening. I'm gonna right now grab my luggage, gonna head out, probably sit down to a cafe, do a little bit of work, and then I'm heading to Split, one of the other larger cities in Croatia. So I'm gonna be staying there for 3-4 days, and actually I'm passing through right now to Italy. I'm gonna be meeting some family there, so I was like, hey, this is my chance to see Croatia right now. Okay guys, and to wrap up today's video, it has been an adventure. I have to tell, Dubrovnik really met all the expectations you could have for it, or at least I had. Hope you enjoyed today's little adventure. If you're new here by any chance, well, my name is Dan, and for the past 5 years I've been documenting my life here around the idea of building a life of freedom around the world. So going to different places, not just to travel, but also to see how is life on the ground, what are the benefits, how is it in terms of cost of living, what is it, maybe a place to travel to? Is it perhaps a place where you could live? And I think Dubrovnik, definitely, considering it's a bit more expensive, definitely more of a travel destinations, but Croatia in general I think is a very, very interesting country, and that is also why next stop is going to be Split. There we're most likely going to be doing a boat tour, so be on the lookout for that. And you too, got a world to see.